All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to the first ever G1 UFC Fight Night. So here tonight is a special event, a special occasion type thing, first ever done. And believe it or not, this was not my idea. And because of that, I am not alone. Because not only was it not my idea, they wanted in on it as well. So I have him with me here tonight. Whether you know him as Debaser or Reset Patrick, he is going to be here and my commentator by my side. So, hello Patrick, welcome in.
Rob, how's it going this evening? It is going to be an awesome night of amazing fights right here on your channel with G1 UFC Fight Night.
That it will. Hopefully, anybody out there listening can hear everything. Everybody's audio's coming through just fine. And Jimbo giving 154 bits. Thank you, Jimbo. Welcome in. So,
good way to start things.
So first
Thank
thing,
you.
yes, great way to start things. And first thing I want to do and say, Patrick, is good on you for one night randomly when I rated and popped into your stream and everything else. You're just giving me this idea.
Yes. Yeah. So to give a quick background, and for anybody who's not anointed to the intricacies of what's going on here, I know you do the wrestling universe.
Oh yeah,
and I've been a wrestling fan for a very long time. Not so much anymore because I feel it's lost its edge. It's lost its seriousness. But that's where MMA comes in for me. I love the fights. Loved UFC since 2009. Been a diehard fan. And, any sort of mixed martial arts. It doesn't have to be UFC. So I thought, why aren't we doing something for the hardcore people, too? The people who want to see straight-up fights. That's why I pitched that to you.
Right, and it was a good idea, and I got to work on it, and I got it done, and you wanted in on it, so here we are tonight. And, well, another thing I want to say big thank you for is the logo everybody is looking at here, the big G1 UFC Fight Night logo. You slapped those together, gave them the lighting and everything else that they have. And thank you for that, obviously.
You're welcome. And I hope that logo is going to be used for many more fights, many more shows than just this one, of course. Right.
And, well, unfortunately, that is one thing. This logo will be used because it's a good logo. Kind of like the other one that I just kind of put together, but better. The only thing that is going to change is the game that we use, because as you see, the game being used tonight is UFC 3. That is because it was the game available at the time via Game Pass.
Uh-oh, did he cut out?
What? I might have hit my mic on accident, sorry.
Thought I heard you cut out.
Okay. So, I made everybody for the fights you're going to see tonight. And after I had done that, they went and they added UFC 4 to Game Pass. Like, when everything was done, I was getting everything set up. Here comes UFC 4. And it's like, you fucks!
Yeah, I noticed that happened right around the time I knew that Robe was finishing everything up and we were about ready to go ahead and launch this thing. And I thought, what a dick move! No! Because for anybody who hasn't played UFC 4 versus 3, UFC 4 introduces a lot of different stuff that would be really cool to see in this universe. We're talking like the primetime kick, or whatever it's called, the one that Anthony Pettis did. Also, a lot of flying submissions would be exciting to see too. So it is something that you would naturally want to see going from 3 to 4, but now you've got to get all the characters that we just made over.
Exactly. So we're going ahead and doing this, and then in the future, I'm going to essentially rebuild everything in UFC 4. So it might be a while till the next event, but believe it or not, that is what that little bar down there in the corner is for. All right. That is a bit goal bar, which Jimbo earlier added a bit 2 or 3 towards. And if that goal is met here within the next couple of weeks, not only if you meet that goal, in another show that I do, this is what you get. In my G1 football league, I will have to take over control of one of the teams in the championship. And as a lot of you out there know, I'm awful at football. But that's just not the best part. You see, I have to do commentary at the same time as playing. And also my co-commentators on that will be commentating, and I will be commentating, and it'll just be a nice, wonderful mess. That'll be what happens if that bit goal is met. But when that bit goal is met, and I get the money from said bit goal, that money will allow me to buy the unlock stuff for UFC 4. Because one of the main things that it's not really bad, but it's a piece of contention for me is when it comes to people's outfits and how they look. Everybody is essentially here in UFC 3 is wearing, like shorts or board shorts or whatever. There's not
fight
much.
Shorts.
Yeah, they're wearing the fight stuff. UFC 4 has unique stuff that everybody could wear and make everybody unique themselves, kind of like in wrestling, but in UFC. So, because of everything that has happened, and I won't go over it again, I really ain't got the money to buy the unlock stuff. So, I got a bit goal. If you all out there enjoy what I do, you got some bits, try and add to the bit goal over these next couple weeks. And when I go and I start to make everything and everybody that I can in UFC 4, everybody will look cool and unique. More so than they do here tonight. But now, there is one major thing that a lot of people over there in chat probably know, and maybe you don't. For the G1 sports entertainment empire that I and I alone have built, that you now need to be clued in on. I've already told you that once the game starts, once the fights or whatever sport in general starts, I'm not me anymore. I am a commentator. Now here's the thing. Commentators are people too. Commentators have a name. When I do baseball, when I did baseball with Jimbo, before they had their thing, and it's over for right now. Jimbo didn't go by Jimbo. He went by Jim. I didn't go by Robe. I went by Rob B. All right. And it's been like that. Kind of like in football, I have a name. And wrestling, I have a name. Here's the thing, Debaser, Mr. Reset Patrick. Once we go into commentary mode, you too need a name.
Oh, I've already got it.
What is it?
So, everybody out there in Videoland may not know, but my middle name is Michael. And there is a super famous commentator that had been with UFC for so many years that I was just devastated to hear that he left. The glorious Mike Goldberg. Please call me Mike.
Call you Mike? Okay. Because I was going to keep it Jimbo, like simple, like I did with Jimbo. If this caught you by surprise, because the first time Jimbo did this, I was like, I'll just call you Jim, because it also gave me like a funny thing when somebody got hit by a flying baseball and they went down. But other than that, I was just going to call you Pat because your name's Patrick. But Mike, it is. You got a name, you got it ready, you got it good, so that's great. So now
I've got that together. I've got the memes. I can guarantee you at one point I am gonna yell it's all over. Guaranteed.
All right. Well, now you see another thing that you got to know. So far, I have 3 different personas. One for baseball, one for football, one for wrestling. And now on my wrestling show, I have mentioned this show coming. And what I'm going to do is something definitely different. I am not making up a new persona. I am going to be my wrestling commentator persona. I am going to be Rob. Because Rob is...
All right, well, as soon as this thing launches, looks like I'm Mike, and I'll be commentating with Rob here tonight.
Exactly. And I will tell you this already, that I am going to be skeptical. I am going to be a bit cynical, because they've tapped me for this because I do wrestling. And now I've got somebody that knows more than me, but I did an action fighting sport and wrestling, and now they put me here. So
works for me.
So I've got a character essentially in this. I'm going to be somewhat unknowledgeable, which is true because I don't watch a lot of UFC in general. I will still try and hype things up, but I am going to try and essentially be somewhat cynical of everything, because I come from wrestling, right? And wrestling is different than UFC. Okay? So be prepared for that. And yes, Donut, this should be interesting. This should be good. And for tonight, there are 4 different fights on the card. There are 1 fight that is female, and the other 3 are male. I gave y'all a sneak peek.
I think you cut out on me.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, that's another thing I want to say. Don't be afraid to talk over me when it comes time for commentary. All right. Hello? Patrick?
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic cord, and it's probably what's doing it.
Nah, it's fine. You go ahead and do that, and I'll just go ahead, look through the comments real quick. Donut is ready for this, says, this will be good. Chase says there's like 40 different fighters named Silva with no relation. That's true. Many of them are from Brazil. CM Punk isn't good at MMA. There you're caught up.
But, well, also, there was something, when it comes time for commentary, don't be afraid to talk over me. Okay? Just, yeah, sure, you're on my channel, you're on all that type of stuff, but commentary people, they talk over each other sometimes. That's just how it is.
Yes. Mike and Joe did it all the time, but they still were the best commentary team ever.
So, yeah, there's that. We got thank you, somebody, for coming online to make sure I turn off my notifications. Yeah, generally, like, Jimbo, he sends me a notification saying something, and it reminds me to turn off my notifications. But luckily, someone came online before we went live. So yes, 4 fights. Like I went over already tonight, 3 guy fights, 1 female woman fight. So let me set up a tweet here. Anything else you want to get out there, ask, talk about before we get underway?
Only thing I was going to say is I think we are scheduled for 3 or 4 heavyweight fights. Then the women's for anyone who is interested in that part will be a bantamweight fight.
Yes. Because it was easier to essentially, when I created everybody, keep everybody the same weight class. Because it made finding everyone easier, so to speak, even though not everybody is like a heavyweight. So
right, it would just be easier that way, simply because the roster is kind of paper thin, and weight divisions are very, very finicky when it comes to this thing. So, I mean, me, I 100% know I am over 205, so I would be a heavyweight. So whatever. So with a lot of others.
All right, we got that going. So we can start us out. And as soon as this goes live, I will switch it over. So let me send this tweet out. Now it's asking me, would I like to start the event? So how about it? There, Michael, or Mike.
Let's do this thing.
All right, everybody in chat ready to start this event? Because I'm ready. And remember, my name is Rob. Okay? I got to remember your name is Mike. My name is Rob.
I think we can handle this.
Alrighty then. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the first ever G1 UFC Fight Night. I am here, and first up, we've got a heavyweight bout between Patrick, Brennan, and Kevin Cisneros. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Anyway, by my side, we have Mike. As we start things here.
Rob, it's going to be a good fight here. Not quite sure what Cisneros has up his sleeve in terms of training, but it should be a good fight overall. Now, Brennan, I believe, likes to do some wrestling and has a pretty solid ground game, but if he can't get that tackle, if he can't get his opponent down, he might be in for some trouble.
All right, and that's the thing. That's the thing you gotta remember. Everybody here, this is MMA. And once you step in the octagon, hopefully you've done your research and stuff. Because where I come from, you don't know half the time what you're getting into. All right, so these guys, they're just going to be in there. They're going to be punching, kicking, all that type of stuff. So you got to know how they punch, how they kick, but ultimately, you're punching and kicking, right? because I've seen wrestlers. This don't look like no wrestler to me. Or is he going to be in there doing suplexes and stuff there, Mike? Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's planning?
Historically, suplexes can happen in MMA events. The number one thing I can think of is the infamous powerbomb from Quentin Rampage Jackson in, excuse me, not Strikeforce, but that was over in Japan. He was caught in a triangle choke, and the only way he could get out of it was to lift his opponent up in the air and drive him straight down. Instant KO.
Oh, okay. So it said there that he's more of a grappler. I guess that's what that means. So here you see the tail of the tape. Roundabout, same reach, a little different in age. Height's relatively the same. Hopefully this will be a good fight, though. I gotta say, oh, here we go.
Take it over to Bruce.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Fighting out of New York, Assassin.
All right, there is Kevin, the Assassin.
This man is a grappler, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 239 pounds. Fighting out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, Mad Intentions.
All right, there's Patrick, grappler coming out of South Carolina.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean.
I don't think either of these men have been assassinating any pizzas lately.
Right, as here we go.
Here we go. Touch
Okay.
the gloves, and it's on. Now, Brennan's going to have some issues here, being a pure grappler versus someone who both has a great stand-up game with that Muay Thai. Also, if he's a jiu-jitsu fighter, if Brennan gets caught in his guard, Cisneros could tap him quickly.
Right, so he's going to grapple, and what? Kevin, he's going to just kick.
Filling it up here. There we go.
Oh, he's on the ground. He's on the ground. What?
Successful takedown. Looks like he's going for side control.
Okay, so
Nope. Lost that ability. Cisneros is putting in the pressure. Neither guy really doing anything at the moment here, but some strikes.
I mean, is this a good idea? Does Patrick really want to do this? I mean, he's got him on the ground, and
That's not what I was expecting to see here. He has full mount. He lost full mount.
I mean, okay.
So,
Looks
Rob,
like
when you have a situation like this, the thing you have to watch out for
when
you're trying to do a top control. Oh, that's one of them.
Uh-oh, we're rolled over now.
The other thing is you don't want to tire yourself out.
I mean, well, okay. I mean, okay, where I come from, being tired is a big deal over there in the G1 wrestling universe, but here in this cage, I doubt anybody's going to get no steel chair or something. So
Nope, no steel chairs here. Oh, but there's going to be elbows to the face. That could cause a cut quickly.
oh, looks like he was trying to get a hold of his arm there.
Thought twice about it.
Is that? Oh, they're squaring off, but
I think Brennan should stick with the ground and pound. This is working best for him.
oh, some shots there right to the head of Kevin there.
Right now, Kevin is not winning this fight on the scorecards.
Okay, I mean, oh, look, oh, okay, we got a time limit? That's a timer. There ain't no timer where I come from, unless it's a specific kind of thing. It's, oh my
Yes,
God!
3 5-minute rounds is what we're going to see here. And
Oh,
the
we're
first
back
round
up!
is looking horrible for Kevin.
Oh, looks like Kevin, he's going to have a bit of a black eye from the look of him right here.
Oh, another unanswered takedown.
Oh, again.
Oh, more elbows. At this point, I am surprised that Brennan is able to control this thing like he is.
I mean, you said he's a grappler, and he's done a lot of grappling, a lot of pounding, but...
Oh!
Okay, we've got to turn her over here.
Can Brennan get out of it? Oh, he's taking his back. North-south. Oh!
Trying to get over
watch
there.
out for those. Referee needs to check and make sure he's not punching in the back of the head.
And you see Kevin trying to get away, get up, and he does. Okay, but as soon as we get up,
yeah, he needs to stay on his feet with this. So far, the ground game has not been his friend at all.
Right? I mean, he is a martial artist at trade. From what I heard, like Muay Thai or something here. There we go. There was some combos there, but apparently we're running out of time here.
First round is going to go in the books here. Not seeing a lot happening right at the end, nor would I expect it to. Ooh. Quick combinations from the guy you wouldn't expect to see them from.
As now Kevin Cicero there looking a little beaten, a little bloody. Gotta say, that was brutal there as we head on into round 2.
First round of the G1 Fighting Universe in the books, and my God, what a beatdown. All right, round 2.
Oh, hey, they touched gloves, so that's good. That's a good sign of respect there, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What Kevin needs to do here is he needs to try and get in the clinch and throw some knees.
All right, we saw a nice high kick there, gotta say.
Yeah, start showing the striking game that he has for certain if he is a seasoned Muay Thai fighter.
I mean, I'm used to seeing some crazy stuff from where I come from. I mean, I don't get the big deal of this. I'm surprised nobody has grabbed a freaking mic to tell the other guy off at this point. But these guys are being brutal.
That's what you're going to see here in the G1 Fighting Universe. It's going to be brutality, round after round of just beat down.
Oh, Patrick is down.
Over. It's over.
Oh my God, that shot. Patrick is down. That big kick. Holy moly.
What a shot. That's
Look
exactly
at that.
what I said he needed to do. That's exactly what he did, right on the button.
My God, look at this. The replay here. Right to the side of the head.
What a shot. It actually seemed like it came under the chin a little bit. Let's see it again. Oh, it did.
Oh, my
Lights
God.
out.
So there you have it. Your that's winner by knockout. KO to Kevin here.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 55 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout assassin.
The assassin, Kevin Cisneros, winning by KO. My word, Mike. What a fight.
What a great way to introduce all the fans to the G1 Fighting Universe. Thank you for that amazing fight. What a well-deserved win.
All right. From what I understand, there is plenty more to come up next, so stay tuned. All right, now we gotta. I gotta click on the next thing. It's gotta load. All right, now we wait. So how was that? Like, holy shit!
Oh, that's got to get everybody's blood pumping. What a fight!
Like the second round knockout by the fucking Silent Hero. Just that kick. Holy cow!
See, that's exactly why I love MMA so much. You have no idea when somebody's going to get that right shot, just right on the button, and it's just bam, over.
So what do y'all over there think? Was that some good stuff? Cause damn, that was good. That was good.
I gotta be honest, I had the jitters, and I wasn't sure how this was gonna go, but holy shit. So good.
All right. Got the next match loading up. It's about done. But I was talking, didn't send out the tweet, so let's do that. So we all know who's up next. No! Back! That's wrong. I'm still Baser's favorite terrible person.
Yes, you are. The rivalry will never end. And then the tweet I sent out is just perfect. All I wrote is just, I'm taking a nap.
All right, there's the tweet for the next fight. Because... So, up next is the female bantamweight. Right? That's it, because I'm confused. I mean, hopefully that came across that I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what they're doing, which part of me doesn't. Obviously, I know that's like a ground submission type deal, from what I understand. But Patrick's over there saying, it's like, ground and pound, he's got this and this. And I was like, so he's not going to get a chair? I mean...
He's not going to get a chair today.
All right, so there we go. The next thing is set up, ready to go. So we ready to get into this again here, Mike?
We are ready to move forward with the next fight tonight for G1 UFC Fight Night.
All right. All right, welcome back. Up next, we've got Lena, Thanatos versus Claire Bear coming your way in the women's bout, the bantamweight bout, whatever that means. I'm not sure. Apparently, there are weight classifications.
There are weight classes in mixed martial arts, Rob.
Okay, so all right, here's Claire Bear. Got her hair all tied up. I know. Okay, submission specialist. So she's gonna try like
the referee Herb checking to make sure the Claire isn't greased up. We don't need a grease gate over here in G1 UFC.
Wait, did somebody put like grease on their hair or something? What? Okay. Well, no matter, because Claire is here, and now here comes Lena Thanatos.
All right, hailing out of Marietta, Georgia. And she's going to be checked as well, just to make sure that, again, no grease gate. We don't want anything like that here.
Oh, it says she's a striker, so we're gonna see lots of punching, lots of like combos.
Now we're gonna see some good strikes here, and it's gonna be interesting to see if maybe she can take knockout of the night, if she can make Claire Bear go to sleep over there. Our tale of the tape.
All right,
the bantamweight fight.
Same.
Relatively,
Relatively,
same age.
Yeah, somewhat the same here in weight, height, age.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a jiu-jitsu fighter, making her professional debut here tonight. She stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, the Apex.
There she is, Claire the Apex Bear.
Whoa, what a leap.
Making her professional debut here tonight.
Okay.
5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 130 pounds. Fighting out of Marietta, Georgia, USA.
Awesome, Lena, awesome Thanatos.
She looks very prepared for this.
Referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Legendary Dan Murgliata is the referee.
You ready? Let's go fight.
All right, here we go.
We go.
All right, touch of
Okay,
the.
touching of the glove. Oh my God!
Wow, that
Right at the beginning.
spin kick by
Oh.
Thanatos.
2 overhands, both unanswered.
Is that from what I saw? Claire, the Bear there, she's a submission,
Oh,
but these two ladies, they just throwing hands. My word.
this is a slugfest right out of the gate. We're seeing that Lena is very comfortable with her legs. Claire's going to have to watch out for that.
Oh my
Whoa.
God! Shades of the last fight there with
Showing
that.
she knows how to use her legs too. Oh, Lena's getting a little desperate. Seems like she's maybe considering a takedown.
Right, because I mean, it's sad. I know a bit
Whoa.
about submissions because over there in the wrestling universe, we've got a few submission specialists. So it'd be interesting to see, like maybe we see some like an arm bar. We got a lot of arm bars over here. Is that a thing?
Yes, plenty of them. And they're called arm bars, not arm breakers.
Oh, okay. Because I know some people over, they love themselves an arm bar. Maybe like a Texas clover leaf comes in. Somebody get a hold of the legs.
I can't say I've ever seen a Texas clover leap done here in MMA. A lot of chokes, though.
A lot of chokes? Okay, yeah, well...
I hear that that Taz guy would be pretty popular here. Oh, Lena's rocked.
Oh,
Lena's
yeah.
rocked. She's able to recover.
That's now... Oh, okay, we got a lot of movement in this match, that's for sure.
So, last match we didn't have a lot of stand-up. This match is pure stand-up. Superman punch. Well, Superwoman punch in that.
But that was... That would have been real bad there.
You could just see all the beatdown on both of their faces. Worse for wear at the moment looks to be Claire.
Right,
She has a lot of bruising and just maybe a little bit of blood on the side of her face there.
I don't know. I mean, from the looks of it, Lena a little beat up there too. Is Claire moving in there?
Educated feet at it again. But Lena is leaving her face wide open for all of those counterattacks. Up. First attempt to go to the floor, and we are there. Unanswered takedown.
Oh my goodness!
That could have opened the cut up quickly.
Oh, hey, look at that, Claire!
Claire starting to use her specialty.
Right, she knows a thing or two about submission, so it says. I wonder if we're going to see one of them arm bars.
Going to the ground against Claire had to be a desperation move. And so far, I would say, whoa!
Okay, we got another flip
Wasn't
over.
expecting that. What a counter. Up. She's got side mount, but up. Okay. Got her back in guard.
I gotta say, Claire trying to keep hold of Thanatos here best she can. And whoa, roll over.
There we go. Up. She chose to stand up. Interesting choice. Lena looks a little confused out there at the moment. That's not going to end well.
Well, apparently in about 60 seconds, this is going to end. The first round is going to end anyway.
Yes, final minute of the round. Up, another superwoman punch there. Did not land. Oh, you could see that Lena is starting to become very tired. Those strikes are slowing down significantly.
And we're on the ground again.
And that's exactly why she would go to the ground. She wants a moment to rest.
I mean, it looks like Claire trying her best, and she gets over there.
I suspected it would happen. She's trying. Oh, and successful. The back and forth is everywhere. Whether it's on the ground or standing up, it's back and forth.
A little couple punches there, but
first round in the books.
And that was a rough one there for both of them, it looked like. There you see some bruising on the body of Claire from some of those kicks that she got.
That opening spinning back kick had to do some massive damage to her midsection.
All right.
Round two.
Now, will we see a repeat of what we saw earlier as they touch gloves there?
Both women still ready to show respect.
It looks like they just traded punches right there.
Yep, quick trade. Oh! Some exchanges. Lena did not see the better of it. Oh! She did get through with that one.
Oh, she's
spinning back fist.
That was incredible. Just backhanded Claire there.
That was a nice shot.
And we are down again. Lena.
Third unanswered takedown, Rob.
I just say, Mike, I don't get why won't Lena just grab that leg and just spin and just, you know, get a good dragon screw takedown. We see all that all the time, but these guys, they take a lot more effort as Claire gets away here.
Well, the issue with something like that is if you wanted to grab your opponent's foot with both hands, that leaves your face wide open for a shot.
Okay, all right. I guess that's understandable.
Whoa! That's how you stop that. Claire is done being the victim of those kicks.
Right? I mean, that was an incredible catch.
Nice leg kick. Claire's making a comeback with this one. It's been all hard.
There's still plenty of time left in the round, it looks like. And, ooh, to the body there.
I would definitely... What an amazing counter.
Lena
got right into full mount, and Lena knew she had to escape.
Lena trying her best to wiggle away, but...
Full mount. Lena cannot stay in this.
Oh!
She's got some side control with some heavy hands coming down. North-south. And Claire allows it to stand back up. Oh, what an overhand.
Uh-oh. That was a kick to the leg there.
Yeah, that was a good leg kick. Is this going to be another unanswered takedown?
Yeah, Lena just taking Claire down to the mat. Can't quite keep her down there, though.
I like the work I've seen from Claire there so far, but all these unanswered takedowns are not looking good for her on the scorecard.
Right? I mean, but she does tend to come back, though. She gets back up. That's a good thing, right? I mean...
Well, I agree. This is a very tough fight to judge so far. Oh!
Because, I mean, for years, I've seen plenty of people get knocked down. They're almost down for the 3 count. Then they get back up, and they're able to... Oh, my God!
Front face kick. Oh, combination. Claire has to watch those. Oh, what a great counter. She saw that spinning back kick coming and just pushed. Oh, spinning back fist missed. Lena has to watch it. Oh, yeah, she's tired.
That we're getting into the last, that's 30 seconds of this round. Now they're,
Oh, looks like both fighters took a moment to recover.
All right, understandable, as again with the leg, but Claire.
But this time, yes, that's what we need to see. Oh! How did she stay up? What a kick. Two leg kicks, both met their spot.
All right,
wow,
that's
what a round 2.
Incredible round for both these ladies. And looks like this one's going the distance. There's 3 total rounds for this.
5-minute rounds.
I mean, and at this point, both of them got to be tired, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody put somebody through a table or nothing, but they are beat up.
They are beat up. There's only 60 seconds to recover in between rounds. That's not nearly enough to wash away all the pain, all the suffering that you're having from all those strikes and all the exhaustion. Ooh, combination, but I'm not quite sure what Claire was trying to put together there.
I gotta say, I mean, I've seen some incredible people where I come from doing some incredible things, but these 2 women are... Okay, back down!
Another unanswered takedown. Oh, nice counter.
That is one thing we've seen a lot. Claire, once they get on the ground, she has been able to, as you say, counter and get into a position of the power, so to speak.
Yeah, she's very comfortable on the ground, but I would like to see more offense. Like that! Wow, what an elbow. All right, she had full mount, but she lost it. Oh! Lena's going to have to do something about these strikes.
All right, but I think Lena might be hitting her limit here in this third final round, but...
Lena's trying to turn this back around, but it's just going to keep exhausting
her. What is this? What's going on?
She got her back. Oh, I thought we were going to see a choke there.
It looked like Claire was setting up for something.
All right, Lena's got her back in the guard.
All right,
she chooses to stand up.
All right, it looks like she can't get a hold of Thanatos like she wants to, so she got back up. Okay.
Claire's having a hard time getting in there.
Another
takedown? Yes.
As now we've got some blood spillage, it looks like.
Oh, we've got a cut. It's hard to tell in the midst of all this who's bleeding, but we definitely have a cut.
It looks like, oh, that was some more. It looks like Lena might be bleeding there right by the eye from the looks of it.
That's definitely going to help Claire secure this round.
Right, as I mean, from where I come from, people are really good at taking advantage if somebody is hurt somewhere, be it the arm, the leg. So Claire, if she can take advantage of that cut, that wound, she could come through with this match. Is that right? Is that a good?
Yeah, absolutely. If it gets to the point where a doctor has to step in because of how bad the cut is, the match can be stopped right then and there.
And Claire able to get back on top of things, so to speak.
I don't think we're ready for a doctor stoppage yet, but it is looking pretty nasty in there.
All right, there is quite a lot of blood, quite a lot of bruises on these two.
It's even to the point where Claire is starting to get blood all over the UFC logo on her glove and some blood on her back.
Right? There's even some on, look at that, on her shorts and everything else. Lena just bleeding like a rare steak at this point.
She's got to just hold on and hope that there isn't a doctor stoppage. There's only 40 seconds left in this fight.
Right? It looks like we are possibly staying on the ground for him.
Lena's on top of my scorecard. She's got to hang in there. Oh, good block.
Right, both of these ladies looking tired. Their movements, their reaction speed as we go into the final 10 seconds.
Yep, Lena's just going to smother this one out and try to take the win that way. But there's an old saying, don't leave it to the judges.
As now we get a little look-see at some of the highlights from the fight here, round one. Here's round two as the judges there at ringside make their final decisions. Oh, wow.
And that looks like it's what opened that cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28. For the winner by
there you go.
The Apex.
Claire the
win.
Claire the Apex Bear winning this first female bout here in the G1 UFC Fight Night. And that is it. We've got 2 more fights to come. We will be back with them before you know it. All right. There you go. Congratulations, Claire. You win.
You did a thing.
Yes.
So we just got to talk about that fight for a moment.
Okay.
Wow, that was so fucking good. We thought the first one was good. No, that one was good.
Okay. Why is that? Explain
that
this.
second fight? Why was the second one better than the first?
All right, because the first one.
I mean, the first one we saw a knockout. Yes, I'll give
was,
you that.
That was fucking crazy.
The reason why I think the second one just outclassed the first is we just saw so many different things happening. We saw some amazing ground game. We saw some crazy counters. We saw some on toe-to-toe striking that was just nuts. I'm talking like Superman punches, spinning back fists, spinning back kicks, front face kicks, and nobody got knocked out. It was insane.
All right.
Now, as a big MMA fan, that fight popped me. That was great. I'll go so far as to say this. This is the stuff you guys are going to be seeing in the future. So both fights were amazing. You guys need to make sure you keep coming out and catching this stuff. That way Rogue keeps doing it.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned before, this ain't going to be an all the time thing. These are only like special events, kind of like pay-per-views in the G1 wrestling universe. And also, thank you for that gifted subscription, Silent Hero Claire. Because, I want these to be special. Whereas the wrestling universe, it has, constant ongoing storylines and all that type of stuff, new stuff happening, all that type of stuff where the pay-per-views and stuff, they go through all that. As Claire, thank you for 100 bits. Yay, new stuff indeed. As you can tell how new some of this stuff is, because I ain't got like some of the alerts on there. So thank you for another 100 bits. That'll add to the bit bar completion to help me ultimately unlock things in the new version of UFC, as well as get everybody a crazy championship G1 Football League championship game. So up next is the games match that I gave a sneak peek at on Twitter. As I thank you, Donut, for 100 bits as well. Much appreciated. That I dubbed the Old Man Eric fight because okay, we've got a hype train now.
We do. Wow. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Oh my god. So, choo-choo, everybody.
Choo-choo, motherfucker. It's a good night.
What a night to have a hype train start. We've had two good fights. Hopefully 2 more good ones to go, as Claire with 300 more bits, adding to the hype train and everything else, bringing the level 1 to about 63% from the looks of it right there. So I gave a sneak peek at this, and yeah. I use Jimbo as well with 300 bits. Thank you, everybody. Oh my god, big night. Thank you for a big amount of support. As Johnny as well. 100 from Johnny. As I'm trying to say things, and the bit Donut now from Donut is causing me to not, and that'll take us to level 1 completion onto level 2.
100 from Donut.
Jimbo now with 100, because as you'll see in this, and as you'll see with other fighters, I didn't use the same names like are in wrestling or other things. Because in this, my character is named Eric Rowe, because my real name obviously is Eric, just like quite a few other people. And Eric, as in Short Bus Eric, I used his name, kind of like I used my name, because in wrestling we have a Short Bus Eric. In everything else, there is some form of short bus Eric. I had to change it. So this one is like Eric, his real name. I tried to. Obviously, I can't make our characters look too much like ourselves because there are body limits. So either way, we don't look like I don't look like how I really do. Like, and Eric doesn't look like how I'm sure he really does. It's the best options that I got. All right, which you will see. Okay. But I will say this. I am that hairy. I will say that. So, all right. Let's get into this. And this is the next to the last fight of the UFC fights. Up after this will be the main event, which again will be two contestants you've kind of seen, but you haven't seen. And so let's get into this. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
All right, let's go. Old man Eric fight. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are up, ready, as we've got a bit of a more mature fight going on here, don't we, Mike? We
have what has been announced as the old man fight.
The old man Eric fight coming up now, as we've got Eric Robe and Eric Polak.
You know, Rob, I could use their last names and make sure everybody understands what I'm saying, but I'm just going to say Eric.
Right, well, I mean, it's been dubbed the old man Eric fight for a reason. These two are a bit older in age from some of the other fighters here on the card. As apparently Eric is a bit of a brawler, it seems. Got some good power between his fingers there and his punches, it looks like. As I gotta say, Mike, I gotta say this is definitely different from what I'm used to seeing. But let's put it this way. I know what I hate, and I don't hate this.
Well, that's the good thing. I think if you are a fight fan, be it if it's a scripted fight or a real fight, there's a little something for everybody in mixed martial arts. And this man is coming to show that very point right now.
Right? This Eric Robe fella, the other Eric, hopefully he ain't got nothing hidden in his beard, no other stuff. A bit of apparently a brawler himself, so from what we've seen, this might be getting bitten into the nitty-gritty. These two might be just smashing each other.
And it looks like it could just be a throwdown. I appreciated the little howl he did there, a nod to Quentin Rampage Jackson. This should be good. Our tail of the tape.
All right, there you see tiny bit of a difference in age and height. Eric, quite a few inches taller, round about the same weight. As there has been a lot of hype going on here tonight.
This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut.
That reach advantage from Eric Polak is going to be a problem.
At 265 pounds, fighting out of Richmond, Virginia, the chosen one.
There he is, the chosen one, Eric Polak.
This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 264 pounds. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, USA, Magic Man.
The Magic Man, Eric, the Magic Man Robe.
The octagon is Eve London.
And here we go.
All right, some good respect. And, you can already see a bit of the height difference between these two there.
I think these two are just gonna do the stand up and just bang right into one another.
I mean, hopefully we got some bright lights down there shining on him. Hopefully, Robe doesn't get too blinded by that bald head of Eric there.
What a spinning back fist!
And a couple of jabs there. They're getting in. They're getting out. They're measuring each other up.
What an overhead!
And I wouldn't be surprised to possibly see more like that, especially with the
what was that?
With the height advantage that Eric has here.
Went to the well a second time on that spinning back fist, but that's a second whiffed one. Eric Polak, I appreciate his strikes so far, but he's got to stop whiffing or he's going to run out of energy real quick.
We got a grapple.
We got the clinch. Are we going to see?
No, they let go.
He let go and he paid for it. Rogue ran right into a spinning back fist. You'd think that he would start to expect that. That's one way to stop a takedown.
He's going for the leg.
A takedown of his own. And we're already seeing some blood from Robe.
Right from the right beside the eye there is Robe trying to wriggle away. As we've got a submission.
A submission attempt. Looks like he's going for the choke.
Going for a guillotine.
That guillotine cinched in. This looks really tight.
And that's it.
Over.
A tap out for Robe in the first round. He is bloody, but he is not beaten. An excellent way there to turn the fight around into that takedown, into that an advantage a bit there.
It was. Eric Robe, he remained calm, even though he knew he was the smaller fighter. He used technique over strength.
Right, because I'm not gonna lie, Eric Polak definitely had him outclassed in size and in strength because he was getting rocked by a lot of those shots.
And then a little nod to Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine was called to stop for this contest at 2 minutes, 22 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out,
Eric the Magic Man Robe. Winner via submission. We got a tap out, we've got a knockout, we've got a decision, we've got lots of action here on the G1 UFC Fight Night first ever show, as we will be back before you know it with the main event. Well, that went a little faster than I expected it would. That's for damn sure.
I warned you.
Fucking tapped him out. Holy shit.
Yeah, I told you that, like, there could be a difference in how quickly this event is over versus like the wrestling stuff. Holy shit. Wow.
Got any undercard matches pre-taped? Johnny. But there is something I want y'all to know. My character is very much based off me. That is my height. That is how much I weigh. That is my real wingspan. I measured.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And Also, since a lot of you know me and what is wrong with me in real life, I did put a weakness in me in this. My weakness is my legs. If somebody ever goes after my legs, it will ultimately be my downfall. I made my legs incredibly weak because of how my leg in real life is hurt. Everything else I've made like normal or whatever, you know, but
right.
I put a little bit of realness, real life stuff in shit.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it if you're going to have something realistic. Yep. I mean, just remember the motorcycle accident that Frank Mir had, and he still made a comeback, still became UFC heavyweight champion.
Right, as I didn't do it, but you know, if you want to talk to everybody here for a minute, I need to refill my water bottle, and I will be right back with the main event, and I will get it loaded up and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I could talk for days about how this event's gone so far. I mean, I kind of knew that it was going to go a little faster than like his usual UFC wrestling, because this is MMA, you know. It could go like in seconds, boom. But in such an entertaining manner, that's the important part. That's the beauty of something like mixed martial arts. Is it exciting? Is it entertaining? I mean, as long as we don't have like the Anderson Silva fight where a front face kick and the dude's like on the ground in 8 seconds, that would suck. But no, so far everything has just been fucking beautiful tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I hope you're entertained. So I could say, wasn't quite sure how everything was going to go with the commentary and everything like that, but this has been awesome. When this next event happens, I'm there. All right, hopping back on. Doing it says, yeah, so far this has been a really good show with good variety. Agreed. I don't know how we ended up doing this. It's not like Ro was able to fix it and make it happen this way, but my God, how do you get a knockout, a decision, a submission, and then who knows what's going to happen in this? I mean, we've already hit the trifecta. It's crazy. I mean, I suppose you have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting any of those, but holy shit, in the manner of things. So yeah, that's what I would say. If you guys want to see this regularly, if you want to see Rogue do this like monthly, definitely tell him. It's something I will absolutely show up for.
Crap.
Uh-oh. That's not a good way to come back.
I think... Hang on, I need to go look at something.
Uh-oh.
Not everything can happen perfectly, right?
What's on fire?
Nothing's on fire.
Yet. What's about to be on fire?
There he is. Okay. There we go. The tweet is sent out.
Okay.
I was misspelling somebody's name essentially, and it wasn't.
Was misbehaving.
Yeah. So I had to go and look it up exactly how to spell it.
Probably Garfield because he spells it very strangely.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want Jim Davis coming to your house and beating your ass.
All right. That's out there. So now we've got 3 in the bag. We've got this last one here in UFC. And that'll be it. That'll be the show, so to speak. With this main event. Now, I believe it or not, I had an option to make this like a fight for the belt, but I didn't because, well, I knew we would have to go over to UFC 4. So this is just a main event, big fight. It does have. I did make sure it goes longer rounds. So it's more than just 3 rounds. It's still like 5 minutes, as that's like the normal thing. That's what it gave me.
Oh, okay. So it's, even though it's the main event, it's 35 minutes?
No, it's more rounds. I made it more rounds. So it's like 5 rounds, I think.
Yeah, because typically in UFC, their main events are 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes. So,
is it? Okay.
Yeah. So, we ready to do this for the main event?
We're ready to do this. I actually suggested this fight to him, so I am ready for this garbage.
All right. So, yeah. This fight is all Mr. Reset Patrick's fault. Remember that. So, let's do this. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here for the main event of the night. Are you ready for this, Mike? We've got the pro fighter versus the pro gamer. We've got Adam Garfield versus Azero Tehiro up right now.
Let's go. I am ready to see exactly what we're going to see out of this. It's not too often that we have a pro gamer in the octagon, but I guess tonight's the night.
Right, and he is out here looking as crazy as can be. Hopefully he is well prepared for this fight.
Yeah, that is definitely an interesting look. I'm not sure if that's marketability he's going for or what. It's strange.
Well,
but it's
I mean,
good to see. Go ahead.
From what I understand, when you're a pro and you're big into video games, it doesn't matter what you look like. It's what you can really do with your hands, right? And hopefully that'll translate to throwing them at another person.
Now, it looks like that might be what he's capable of doing. It looks like from his dossier he's able to do striking, maybe some takedowns. But he is up against a very hefty challenge. Garfield is a heavily trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. So I think we should see him go for a takedown pretty quick and try to submit.
All right, there's the tail of the tape. Little bit of difference in reach is the big difference. There you see Azero Tehiro got some long arms on him, I guess, because of like As Bruce Buffer going in on it here.
When the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki. And now,
Mario Yamasaki is the referee. I'm a little terrified for everyone.
the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time!
Ah, that never gets old.
In the UFC heavyweight division, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a grappler, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 231 pounds. Fighting out of Kinshasa, Congo, Big Daddy.
A Zero Big Daddy Hero.
Fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 250 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Grandmaster.
Yes, Grandmaster Adam Garfield. He looks ready. He looks cut. And we're going to see who can walk out of here the victor. The pro fighter or the pro gamer?
Oh, no touchy gloves.
Oh. Are they going to touch after the bell?
There it goes, and there it is. There it is.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, uh-oh. I'm sure Tahiro there, as wild as he looks, hopefully he went extra wild with some possible training.
He's going to have to. Because again, Adam Garfield is what we consider the pro fighter in this mix. But so far, he's whiffing on a lot of his strikes.
Well, I mean, we saw it there with via the numbers that a Zero Tahiro does have more reach on Garfield there.
Oh!
I gotta say,
So far, he's trying to see how well he can do standing up against Tahiro, and that's just not working out.
right? I gotta say, there is somebody as how do you say, over the top, over in the G1 wrestling universe, has a somewhat similar name and persona as a Zero Tahiro, but I gotta say, this is definitely something is...
That's what I was expecting to see.
As we are on the ground here.
All right, Adam is putting in the work as I would expect to see from him. Oh, he was going for side control, but he can't get it. Oh, he's in mount.
It looks like Tahiro able to get out of there.
It's like both fighters are taking a moment. Tahiro looks like he's just... Oh, yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. Just ready to throw some counter strikes. Oh, nice dodging.
A couple of quick shots there. Got a Zero.
Pro gamer is showing that his skills are transferring quite well into the octagon here. Oh!
Caught that
Again.
kick. I mean, I understand that to be one of those pro gamers, you got to have some good hand-eye coordination, as it came in handy there with the catch of that kick.
My God, a head kick, a Superman punch. Adam is going wild in there. Oh, but you saw him take a big gulp of air. That can't be good. Oh, nice kick there.
Ooh.
Oh, good counter kick. So another thing you could see from Adam here is he likes to switch his stances a lot, whereas it seems like a Zero is way more... Oh my God, what a kick.
That leap!
Zero likes to stay in one stance. Adam likes to mix it up a little bit. Oh.
We got a grapple.
Oh. Muay Thai clinch. Nope. Adam was able to get out. Got his own Muay Thai clinch. We're going to see some knees.
Oh, we saw one there. I don't think it got anything, though.
Oh. You can't just stand there and take uppercuts like that.
All right, final 60 seconds now.
Final minute of this round. Zero showing that he is very nimble on his feet.
Oh.
He doesn't need to block most of the shots when he can outright dodge them.
Right,
Another dodge shot.
We see Adam having to get in there close compared to a 0 to hero.
Another dodge shot. But then he follows it up by kicking the air. I'm not sure what's going on with the Zero.
I mean, I think at this point he's trying to keep Garfield away because he doesn't want to get possibly caught up again, taken to the ground.
Oh, he's going to take him down himself, but... Oh, that's it. He was so close to the horn, I'm not sure that takedown's going to count on the scorecard.
Right, so some crazy shots from two crazy competitors traded here in the first round, but from the look of those markers on the screen that we've seen, this is going to be a little bit possibly longer than the matches we've seen. This looks like it's going to go 5 rounds.
It could potentially go 5 rounds, Rob.
Oh my. I mean, after some of the stuff that I have seen here, I mean, I don't know if I could go 5 rounds in something like this.
Adam Garfield is having some issues there. He's taking too many shots to the face. He's starting to get some bruising. I'm afraid a cut's going to open.
So I got to say, from all that we've seen tonight, it's like... Ooh! Oh, that kick,
again,
though!
Oh, beautifully placed kick. Oh, he was going for a spinning back kick in the same area.
There you saw some stats. A 0 to hero has about a 38% percentage there with the strikes that he's having.
Looks like Adam is starting to find his footing. He's dodging, making sure that his strikes count.
As I gotta say, like in that last match, it ended early. Not early in the first round, but compared to the other matches, in that first round we saw one of the Erics tap out.
Stuff to take down going in the north-south.
Uh-oh.
He has his back.
Uh-oh, we're gonna see another submission.
A rear naked.
A rear naked choke.
Is the pro gamer going to choke out the pro fighter here, right now? Oh, it's looking deep.
And that does it!
Oh, it's all over!
The pro gamer has tapped out the pro fighter. He got a hold of him, would not let go at all. There it is. Look at him. You see Garfield struggling, trying to loosen his grip, but just can't do it.
It was a submission that I don't think his opponent saw coming. He thought he was going to be safe by going for that takedown. Takedown got stuffed, went into north-south, and his opponent was just able to take his back that quickly. What a submission.
All right, I got to say, with what we've seen tonight, some crazy stuff from this crazy competitor. Nothing is out of the realm of possibility here in the G1 UFC Fight Night realm as we have the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 45 seconds of round number 2. declaring the winner by tap out, Big Daddy.
A 0. Big Daddy Hero is the winner of the main event of the first ever G1 UFC Fight Night.
And he's celebrating with his crew.
All right, good to see it. They trained, they fought well, as that is it for this, as we will be back because we aren't done yet.
What a card. So, obviously, knockout of the night has to go to Cisneros.
Right, that first match, holy shit, that knockout, wow.
What a KO, right on the button, right under the chin. Knocked Patrick clean out. And then I honestly think the submission of the night has to go to Mr. Per Gamer himself, a 0 to hero, simply because of how quickly he was able to turn that offense into his own.
Yep. That
somebody
was...
that was trying to get a takedown on him. He immediately stuffed it, went in the north-south, and slapped that choke in about 20 seconds.
So, yeah, that, I mean, whew. So, what'd y'all think of the UFC stuff? Please, tell now.
Yes. Snapping out of the personas, what'd you guys think?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was great shit.
Great show.
Yeah, they trained you hard back in the Congo.
I mean, hey, a 0 is 0. I went for some of the craziest stuff I could find for you. I really did, because I thought you would appreciate it, and I hope you did.
Yeah, I'm with you, Wolf. I wish we could take that off the screen, because as soon as I saw like some of the things on there, I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be a sub. And that takes out of the commentary, because it's just like, well, I'll pretend I don't know what's happening. Otherwise, wow, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed doing this thing. Like I was saying earlier before you came back, if you make this a monthly thing, I'll be here.
Yeah, well, remember when I said that we ain't done? I wasn't lying. I've got one more thing. And only one other person probably knows what I'm talking about, because I told them. And I didn't tell you, Patrick. I didn't make it. No. So this is another thing that I have cooking. Another thing to add to the fire, to the fight night, as it were.
Okay, let's hear it.
It is going to be Tom Harvey, Mr. Sergeant Harvey, Tom the Iron Man Harvey, versus Jimbo Socks.
Wow, okay, let's do it.
In a boxing match in EA Fight Night 3.
Oh, we're expanding even more now.
Oh, yeah. And let's go ahead. Let's just get into the game. And let's go ahead, get into our personas, and get this going. See what happens. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, loading up. Once it gets going, we'll go.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy.
All right, hello, everybody. Welcome. We've got one more thing here on the Fight Night. We've got Tom Harvey versus Jim Bear. There is Tom Harvey.
Boy, and we
from
expect this to
Philadelphia,
be a big night of action.
USA,
We spoke with both
coming
fighters
out here
yesterday.
in
Fireworks
this
anticipated here tonight.
fight,
Let's see.
this boxing
Harvey's coming
match
down to the ring
here,
right
and
now.
as
Not seeing much personality out
we
of
just
this
saw,
ring.
I've got Mike once again right by my side
I'm here.
as we've
And
got
I'm-
this special
He's had this
extra
experience so
matches.
many
Here
times,
comes
and success
Jimbo
has
there.
always come on the back end of these
Also
rings.
likes to go
It's
by
his
Jimbo
focus at
Socks
this moment
there
that
in
delivers.
the green, coming down to the ring.
Yes, this should be excited. I'm here, and even my proficiency is in mixed martial arts. I'm ready to call this boxing match.
Introducing first, hailing out of Philadelphia.
All right, there you have it. Big debuts here for both competitors.
And his opponent across the ring, by way of Pittsburgh,
It looks like Jimbo is going to have a little bit of a height advantage here.
All right,
Height
gentlemen.
advantage
Protect
usually
yourself at all
translates
times.
to reach advantage
Let's
too,
touch 'em
so
up.
we'll have to see.
Well,
All right, hang on, I gotta do
scheduled to
something.
Spend a half an hour swapping leather.
Why aren't I getting any sound?
I noticed that.
There's like no sound. What happened?
Yeah. Oh no.
Hang on.
What have you done, Electronic Arts?
This might be my fault. Hang on.
I was gonna say, did it make a noise when you did that? And it went whoosh.
It's not making sound. What the hell's going on?
No sound. Technical difficulties. You guys know how it is.
You heard punching? Really?
How? I didn't.
Y'all hear that? Really?
Okay, we don't. Not on this end.
No. I don't hear anything.
I don't hear jack shit. I mean, I take your word for it, but did you hear like entrance music and other stuff like that too? I mean, like we're just going crazy?
Yeah, really?
Huh.
What in the world is going on then?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Because, yeah, why can't I hear anything? I should be able to hear stuff.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
There it goes.
You can hear it now.
That's weird.
Now, it's working just.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Well, that was weird.
Alright, let's try this again. Shit, I'm probably going to have to mess with the sound settings again. All right, hello everybody, welcome back. After some technical difficulties, we've got your fight coming at you. We got Tom Harvey, Jimbo Bear, fighting it out here inside the ring. I've got Mike here for this special fight here at the end of the night.
I'm here and I am ready to call this boxing match. I know typically that everybody hears my voice when it comes to mixed martial arts, but I think I'm ready to branch over and see what these two competitors are capable of doing this evening.
Right, I mean, I am from the world of wrestling, but a fight is a fight at this point with everything I've seen tonight, and this should be no different.
So we could see what Tom and Jimbo here are capable of in the ring. You never know, we might even see people from the MMA universe branch over here, or vice versa.
Right?
Limitless possibilities. Jimbo Bear has a couple inches in height over Tom. That may also convert to a reach advantage. We'll have to see.
All right, there we go. There's the bell, and we are off. And immediately, the punches start flying. Now, we're coming off some hard-hitting mixed martial arts action from the UFC, as now here we've got ourselves a boxing match, to be sure.
Okay, well, at least here in boxing, they have gloves to make sure that people can't be bludgeoned to pieces quickly. But those are still some hard hits coming from Jimbo right now.
Right, and believe it or not, I learned this some time ago when I was getting into the whole action sports thing that y'all may know me for. That, believe it or not, those boxing gloves, you think they help, you think they cushion, but no. Believe it or not, the normal human hand, when it throws a punch, it has give. But
Ooh.
The boxing glove, that is a solid piece of glove there, hitting in the side of your body, the side of your head, straight into your chin.
So many hooks are being thrown in this fight so far.
Right? Hopefully, with everything, you're on the hook for some future bouts. As now, Tom going in. Ooh.
I'm throwing a few hooks of his own, but he seems to be comfortable going for the body.
Right?
On the other hand, Jimbo is just teeing off on Tom's head.
Right? I mean, I think Jimbo going for the KO here in the first round.
Oh, what a counter.
As that is the time. There you see some stats there for both guys. As we now head on to round 2.
Round 2, I would imagine that Harvey is going to want to try and mix it up a little bit more. He took way too many shots to the face, and he just can't keep doing that if he wants to remain, 1, on the scorecard, and 2, not on the canvas.
All right, looks like...
Oh, but he's still letting himself stay open. Street shot, hook, uppercut. Why is he taking this damage?
All right, I mean, he's leaving himself open for it, and Jimbo is taking it. Another uppercut connects there.
Uppercut. Tom trying his own, but he ate another hard shot. I
gotta say, it has been fun watching In both instances in these arenas, the capacity crowd get excited, but I gotta say, this is a lot different than MMA, a lot more strategic looking, a lot more tactical. Obviously, you still got some big hits coming your way, but it's definitely different from MMA.
It can be a lot more tactical, simply because if you get in trouble when it comes to strikes, you can't do a takedown and try to recover or go for a submission to clean things up.
That was a good straight shot by Tom there real quick, yeah. Because they like to call it a sweet science that is boxing, but I don't know. I mean, I saw a lot of sweet things in my life, but getting punched in the face by one of these big muscular men is not very scientific, if you ask me.
The only science here is how they're throwing their punches.
I mean, now over in the wrestling world, you've gotta be on guard. You gotta be scientific, strategical. Gotta be so much things. In MMA, I saw what I saw, and I respect it. With this, these two men look like they are just pummeling each other at this point. And there's round 2.
That was a lot of damage. So what I saw in that was I saw Tom again just getting pushed back to the ropes, taking too many shots, trying to go for some quick grabs to try and just tangle up his opponent and get a moment to breathe, but he couldn't even accomplish that. I think he's in a lot of trouble.
Right now, we saw Tom get some good shots. There was one straight shot that caught Jimbo definitely off guard. As now Tom again looking like he's starting off just trying to pummel the body, trying to chop Jimbo down.
Harvey has to protect his head if he wants to keep it. Oh, nice uppercut from him. But still, he just stands there and takes the shots again.
I mean, it is said a lot of times that Mr. Tom Harvey's made of something different, like iron. That's why he has Iron Man on there, because on his shorts, because that's what he believes he's made of. And he is being put to the test here.
Jimbo going for the clinch this time. I don't understand that. Harvey doing a little bit of rope-a-dope. Not a bad strategy in a situation like this.
Because now again, Tom once again focusing on the body there.
Oh.
Makes me wonder about his game plan. He's trying to possibly knock the wind out of him or some such.
Now, he's going to try to reduce the stamina of his opponent to make sure that he can't do more of those devastating hits. But so far, it's proven that that's not really doing much.
Right, Jimbo in there with that fiery red hair.
Oh. So many unanswered shots to the head.
Right,
Harvey went for the clinch and failed.
Right, Tom just single track mind here. It's not doing good, as there is the taps for coming up on the end of this round. There it is.
Looks like we're seeing some swelling under that eye there.
Right.
That's not looking good.
Harvey taking way too many shots as we enter round 4.
And when you go over and look at Jimbo, he looks to be perfectly fine.
Right, I mean, we can't really see his midsection there, see how that's doing, but again, Tom focusing on the body. Tom trying to take this out via possible internal stress than taking out the head, whereas that seems to be where Jimbo is focusing.
It's not a bad strategy, simply because Jimbo's torso is quite thick.
Right?
If you're throwing, you're going to hit. But the
That's true.
problem is, he's keeping his head way too open, way too often. His opponent is taking full advantage. Oh, another wicked uppercut. Some nasty shots. Tom tried his own uppercut there, unfortunately whiffed.
And whoa, Jimbo. Oh, he gets the second one. Oh!
That was a really good counter shot to the body.
Let us say this match is going quite the distance. With somebody that has taken so many shots to the head, he is standing tall at this point.
The Iron Man finally gets his own uppercut in. Jimbo's looking, and he finds what he was looking for. What a shot.
There's now,
another nice uppercut.
You see Tom doing a lot of like zoning, so to speak, trying to get out of a general strike zone that is Jimbo, focusing again on the torso, because Jimbo, he has his hands up a lot because he's going for the head. But Tom, as now, there's the 10-second taps here for this round.
Well, the one thing you can say is Harvey does not look like he's intimidated at all. He's still perfectly fine with standing toe-to-toe and banging with him. He has good ring presence. That's greatly improved since the previous rounds. Previous rounds, he was being backed up into the corner, into the ropes. Now he's making a much better idea of moving around, making sure that doesn't happen anymore.
Right, and then that's the thing. Maybe Harvey is going for the long game at this point.
I am seeing improvement. Oh!
Because
Still leaving the head open.
Because we do see a lot of that in a lot of different sports. If you can keep your head up, keep in the fight, in the game for long enough, eventually, no matter how hard they hit, how hard your opponent swings at you, they're going to tire from trying to take you out, and you just keep on standing.
Iron Man's been backed into the corner twice this round. I said previously he's made a better effort of ring presence, but this round has proven that may not be the case. Oh, what a counter shot. Third time he found himself in the corner, but he was able to get out of it pretty quickly.
Oh, we got a clinch, but break it away real quick there.
So far, we haven't seen in the past 30 seconds or so any major hits from Jimbo.
Nope. Tom doing his best to try and keep things covered.
Finds himself on the ropes, but he's making Jimbo just throw everything but the kitchen sink, and nothing's really working. That's what he needs to do if he's going to come back in this.
There's now Jimbo backing up here. As there are the taps, this roundabout over. And there it goes.
I would even argue that may have been an after the bell shot.
I mean, the ref didn't say nothing, so it's all good at this point.
The ref's going to have to keep his eyes on that a little more closely. Jimbo may have taken a sucker punch there, but I would say that round absolutely went to the Iron Man.
And there we go. Bell for the 6th round here.
Oh.
And again, some shots finding their mark on Tom.
So unfortunately, we're back to the same problem we've had previous rounds. Tom is not covering his head enough.
All right,
Taking crazy shots.
A big uppercut coming in from Tom there. All he got was the air, though. As from what I'm seeing, though, Tom he has a good game strategy, but I don't think it's going to work out for him in this match.
No, he should have changed strategies quite a bit ago when he realized that it's just not working out for him.
No, I mean he wants to chop Jimbo down, but it's not working. Jimbo, he's got that hard, thick, muscular body, and he's just any shot that Tom gets in on him, he's just taking and just keeps coming right back.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Nice counterpunch. Good job. Oh, but just ate him alive. Oh, 2 hooks in a row. Brutality with that. No, Tom needs to go back to the strategy he was using the last round. He found success there. I don't know why he's abandoned that strategy to go back to something that simply isn't working.
I mean, from the looks of it, it does look like Jimbo is getting a little tired, so if nothing else, that might have worked. But those shots, those clear, open, daylight-ending shots are still landing on Tom.
All right, that is the end of the 6th round. It looks like Jimbo is gulping a good bunch of air there. That's not good. That's definitely not what he wants. But you can see just a mouse under both eyes at that point. It's just not going so well for Tom's face.
All right, I mean, nobody said either one of these guys are a looker, but after this match, at least one of them will definitely be something to look at.
Ooh. Jimbo opens up the 7th round just throwing.
Right? I mean, he comes out, he looking for the final shot here as soon as that bell rang.
Oh, he is getting too impatient. Look at all of those missed shots in the past 30 seconds. Oh, look at that. That is... No, he can't be doing that.
I mean, if anything, you never know. Jimbo might be getting a little bit desperate again as the rounds continue on.
The shots are good when he lands them, but so far, this is not a good round for Jimbo.
Because now you definitely see more distance from both men taking their time, planning their shots here. Ooh, that one landed, though.
Counter.
Quick clinch, though, but Jimbo and Tom break it apart.
Tom appears to be much more calculated with his shot attempts, Cisco.
Right?
That's
I mean,
exactly what he needs to do.
I think Tom's strategy might be working, going for the body, tiring Jimbo out seems to be working here because he is missing those shots. He looks tired. That mouth is open. He is gulping at air.
The mouth is open, he's gulping, and we're starting to see a little bit of redness around Jimbo's nose, which is also going to be very important because if Jimbo cannot properly breathe through the nose, he's going to have to breathe through the mouth, and that's going to hurt his stamina greatly.
As now we move on to round number 8. There is a scorecard, Teddy Test scorecard, and it is definitely looking a bit painful there.
What a nasty shot there from Jimbo. And we should also point out that amazing shot that Tom opened up with.
Right, but again, Jimbo answering in kind though there.
Iron Man showing some footwork. Unfortunately, has nothing to show for it. He may need to take a moment and try to come back, because nothing he's bringing from the well is working.
Right, I think Tom has gotten wise to what Jimbo's throwing at him here.
And you can hear some of those heavy grunts. Jimbo's using a little too much power.
Right, I mean, he's got the power. He just needs to get the touch to take Tom down.
Looks like they're pulling tag in there. A little tit for tat, if you will. Oh.
All right, back by the ropes now.
Yeah, this round is looking to be very much for Tom the Iron Man. He's got Jimbo on the run.
There's the
You can
taps.
tell
It's
by
almost
the
over.
movement, by the breathing. Jimbo's in trouble.
I mean, this fight might go the distance, but we might see it go to Tom if things continue. As now we are on to round number 9. Remember, there's a 12-round limit here.
I would say near the beginning of this fight, the scorecard was overwhelmingly for Jimbo. But now, as it continues on, Jimbo is not doing damage like he was before.
Nope.
He's getting outboxed. Tom is sticking in there. He's displaying a new strategy showing why he's called the Iron Man. You can't put him down.
I mean, he has taken so many shots right to the head, but he's staying on his feet.
Oh. Jimbo flashing some gloves, but still can't put him down.
We got grapple.
Wow. Good clinch. Oh. Tom is showing he's not playing around there. He is going in on him.
Right? I mean, he's been going in, taking a few shots, getting out, going in, the whole lot of in and out.
Looks like he's in trouble.
Oh! Big shot by Jimbo, but
that will impress the judges on the scorecard for sure. Looks like both men are beginning to tire.
Right? I mean, it's getting late in these rounds.
I would have to say it looks like Jimbo is much worse for wear.
Right? Well, I mean, in the beginning, he took a lot of shots to the body. His stamina has got to be hurting. There you see it, at what they think the stamina is at compared to Harvey, and It is nothing compared to what Harvey has left in his gas tank. I mean, obviously Harvey is probably hurting. He's not showing it. He definitely has this iron, like, you know, an Iron Man persona. He is taking everything and showing nothing.
Certainly. He's got some swelling, but no cuts. The cut men have to be bored tonight. No one's bleeding. No one's cut. Because with the shots that Iron Man has taken so far, you would think that he would be down on the canvas, that he would be bleeding. But nothing's happening so far. Not quite sure what was going on there.
Right, well, we are getting late into these rounds. Like I said, the strategy for both men are obviously going to change. They are getting tired. They're probably, those gloves are probably feeling like 100-pound weights on the end of their arms.
Harvey is being just very calculated here, just taking his time.
Because, I mean, this has went for a while. We came hot off some UFC action. Some of them went the distance. Some of them were over in an instant. And even in the wrestling world, I've seen matches go the distance and people fly off the top of cages and everything else. But in the world of combat sports, this night, here tonight, I have seen something else. I gotta say, my first love, though, would probably have to still be wrestling. There's nothing like a good kendo stick to the face if somebody's really making you mad, but
tonight, it's all about flashing leather and putting your opponent to the canvas for a count of 10.
Right, but the way this is looking, it might go to all the rounds.
Oh, Jimbo's head snapped back with that uppercut from Tom. That was a pretty vicious shot, but round is over.
And that is going to do it. That was the final round. We now go to the judges' decision.
My scorecard would go to Tom with this. Let's see how.
And there it is. They believe the same, and Jimbo is not happy about that. As Tom Harvey wins this, as we look at the scorecard, it came out heavy in the beginning for Jimbo Bear, but in the end, after those 10-round limit, it came up Tom.
I can't disagree with that scorecard at all. That is the same prediction I had.
And that is it for here tonight. That is everything. And we will see you hopefully soon in the future.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right, so what do y'all think of that? How was that?
Oh, that was a good way to wrap it up, I thought.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah. Well, you see, here's the thing. That game right there, this EA Fight Night Champion, Fight Night round, whatever it is, this game, kind of like UFC, is also on Game Pass. So if you have an Xbox, you have Game Pass, you can get this as well. Now, why exactly do I mention that? Well, this is why. I'm going to show you. Because it still, to this day, has Xbox Live support. It was one of the last Fight Night boxing games. It is still online. So, what you can do you can go here to Boxer Share. And if you have the game, you can create a boxer. And somebody else can download that boxer. Someone like me. And we can have boxing matches. Which is exactly what happened tonight. Jimbo knew about this game. Jimbo went and created his character, uploaded it, I downloaded it, I made Tom, which is why Tom looked the way he did, because I just made Tom real quick. All for this special surprise final bout of the night. So, if you have an Xbox, if you have Game Pass, you can get this game. If you want to add a boxer to the roster, please do, because I can download them. We could set up some special Fight Night fights in the boxing ring as well as the MMA ring. So, how does that sound?
I think that sounds amazing. It gives everybody a chance to participate in this.
Right.
And if you want to see you in on the show, here you go. It's the perfect way to do it.
All you need is an Xbox, Game Pass, download the game, create, upload. Obviously, tell me about it, because I need to know that you did this thing so I can download the character, just like Jimbo did. And then we can have boxing, as well as MMA, as well as wrestling, as well as football, as well as baseball. So like I said, I have created an entire sports entertainment universe for you all to enjoy, because god damn do I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this. This has been pretty awesome.
Well,
I'd like to do it again.
Right? But again, remember, the thing is, the next one is going to take a while. Because I have to go and make everything for the UFC 4. Which is what that little bar is for. And tonight, we got a lot of awesome support, a lot of bits to help fill that bit bar goal. I thank you all very, very much for that. Because it helps me, help solidify my ideas and my dreams that this can be a really awesome thing. Because I put all my heart and soul into it, and it's good to see support and be like, whether it's here live in my ear from Reset Patrick saying it's awesome, or you there in chat, all that type of stuff, it means a lot. Because when I started doing this with wrestling, let's just say many years ago, okay, it might surprise how many years ago at this point, but let's just say it's more than 5 years ago. I've been doing this for more than 5 years, all right? I'm getting up there. Take this off there, because that those sounds are really fucking annoying. But, so, if there's anything you think that I can do to improve, change for the better, let me know. If there's anything you know about the games that I can take advantage of, please let me know. Because I don't know everything about the games. Obviously, the more I'm using the game to create and build and all that type of stuff, I will learn as time goes on, for good and bad. So, yeah. I am more than willing to take any criticism, good or bad, any help at all, as What were we just doing? And look there in the corner. You got an ad for a fucking MMA fight down there. That's funny.
Bellator. Also a good thing to watch. Yeah, Bellator is a lot of fun too. Check them out.
But yeah. So yeah, Fight Night Champion. It's an Xbox 360 game, which still looks pretty good in this day and age. All things considered, that it's, an Xbox 360 game.
Indeed. Okay, well, I've got to roll for this evening. Robe, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
So please, next time, bring me back.
Oh, I will. I will make it known and everything else. When I get things created, I will be sure to update you and anybody else out there when the next one is or can be done. But obviously, I need to try and do more, be as awesome as I can be to fill that bit bar, to be able to unlock everything in UFC 4, to make everybody as awesome as they can be. But ultimately, any final parting words that you would want to say before you got to go here tonight there, Patrick, before we raid G1 Game Days as they do GTA?
Well, in the immortal words of Mike Goldberg, good fight and good night.
All right, let me set up this little raid here, because tonight, G1 Game Days, they are looking at the new GTA stuff, right? Which,
yes,
it looks fun, and they're going to dive into it and do whatever it is there. So go say hi to them, and I'll hopefully enjoy whatever it is that they're doing in that car race stuff. I don't know. But myself and Patrick, we are done for tonight. We're probably going to hang out maybe for a minute or two, even though I know I myself need to go to bed, and possibly Patrick as well. So thank you all, but we are done for the evening. Thank you for showing up and showing so much support. It means the world to us. So goodbye and good night.